Yeah, yeah.
Definitely going that route of as I'm building an empire, being able to share it and just experience the things life has to go. So I would say in the next 5 years, 3 years really, next year, to be very frank, after my next property, I should be able to step away from my overnight job. My goal, the reason why I got into real estate is to give people in need housing. So my goal is 30 units by 30, where I can assist people who are vulnerable adults. I have another business I want to launch called MIG Home Care, which is a home care company where I've been a PCA for many years. I've seen the downfalls of it, and I want to be able to change that with different opportunities. And so right now I'm building out my online brand a little bit more. Me and my business partner, we just launched our telecom brokerage called Optimum Outreach. And so that's been a very, very fun endeavor where we're a business, we're for profit, but we do a lot of good in the side. So we've been doing well through this COVID. And a couple of weeks ago this summer, we had a chance to do my big passion is tackling the homeless communities. And we have a lot of homeless encampments happening, obviously with all the things shutting down because of COVID. So this summer we did a homeless survival kit drive. We went around, I went to Walmart, bought a lot of supplies and was able to go out and deliver it to people in need. We have an ambassador program where we're now in a position to assist people who are in need. So we pay people $100 per referral that closes with our organization. We're non-biased consultants. We work with all vendors, Verizon, every telecom commercial, Comcast, Xfinity, all those different, CenturyLink. We work with every single one of those individuals, and we're in a position where we have an ambassador program. So we've been expanding our team. We just expanded out into the UK. So we have an ambassador out there that's looking to, we're looking to land the University of Edinburgh, which is very cool, where we're in Minnesota, but we met someone out in the UK that loves what we're doing. They're now a part of our team, and we're expanding at a rapid growth. So 5 years, 10 years from now, my goal is to have my real estate empire. I want to have 30 books before I'm 40. So I have to get to writing and be a husband, be a dad, and retire my mom, give her a house. I'm looking to buy after I cover my properties, I'm looking to buy one in Tennessee so she can live the way she wants to live without having to worry about the things that she continues to worry about. And I have really big political aspirations. No one really, and those that know me closely, my goal is to have a $400 million empire by 2033. If I were to choose to go down the route of running for presidency or supporting a candidate that I love, or I want to be able to be a self-funded candidate. I've been in politics where I've been around people who've had to sell themselves out to super PACs and all that other unfortunate stuff. And as a firm believer of humanity rather than of right versus left, I really want to be in that world where what we can do is better advance humanity. And I starts with the carbon fibers that we put in the world, all the gas, all that fun, unfortunate stuff, and having that conversation without continuing to dilute it with whatever the world continues to dilute it with. So big aspirations, retire before 30, take care of my mom, eventually start a family, and swipe right for that Miss Right.
Oh, that's awesome, man. It's 2020 and you're talking about 2033.
Yeah.
I love that about you. And I wrote down something that I think embodies you as well. And I wrote down that your goals of success include others' success. And I love that too, because a lot of people, when they're thinking about what they want to accomplish in life, it's all about them, right? I want this, I want this. But multiple times throughout this interview, you talked about how your vision is to not just help yourself, but to help others along the way and make a difference in the world and have a voice for people that maybe are not speaking up. And I'm inspired. I'm motivated by what you're sharing, and I'm super, super excited. I'm so glad to know you. And we met originally through a friend. He was talking about networking, and our friend Lois Kofi, I believe, introduced us originally. And Lois is now in California, and we're both still in Minnesota, where it's nice and cool. But
over there, so we're in a better position.
Well, that's true. That is true. But networking and making those connections and building those relationships are a lot of what fuels, a lot of those possible dreams. And so I'm thankful to have been networked to you to get you on our stage in December of last year. And I was curious too, as we get ready to close soon in this interview, you're one of the few to grace the stage of AGC. I mean, now we're in online events. And which is great. We're reaching a huge audience through our online events. But you were in an in-person event, and we were downtown Minneapolis in a real swanky place, and there was about 100+ people in that room, and you killed it on that stage that night. And so, I'm just kind of curious from you, what was your experience? Was there any big takeaways or moments of enjoyment from that night? Can you remember back that far?
Yeah, I definitely can. It was great. I had a lot of great experiences. We had our own table. I was able to sell books. I'm still Facebook friends, and I got a lot of one-on-ones with some of the people as well. So I enjoyed the environment. It was very warm. You had the comedian. I love the environment. It really inspired me because, again, I was new to AGC. I was like, what is this place? Oh, what is this? And the environment was so warm and welcoming that I was able to build friendships. And I've had one-on-ones with a lot of people there. Wendy, one of them, very, very fun, bright personality. Yes. I don't know if it was the wine or just the conversation that we were having, but I love the environment, love what you're doing. I get every email, and obviously you just released your first book. So
I did.
I'm a part of the community. I'm seeing everyone shine, and I like to be around like-minded people that, we're in the same frequency. We're going down the same path. And in my world, there's no such thing as competition. We all can grow and build together. And that's just how I feel, because the topic that I can speak on, or the passion that I speak on, or my story is a lot different than everyone else's story. Every speaker has a story. Every speaker has a different workshops, and that's what makes us so different. And so I'm not in that world of competition or thinking I'm better than someone or whatever the case may be. And I love that was an environment that I came into where everyone was very welcoming and open to just be authentic in who they are and what they represent.
Oh, that's great. You're absolutely right. I love that abundant style of thinking. There is enough business and enough money out there for everyone. There really is. That's why when you look on every corner, there's a McDonald's and a Burger King right across from it, and a Wendy's down the street, and they're all selling hamburgers. But there is enough business for everyone, and I'm so thankful that we share that same abundant mindset. So Denarius, if we want to find you after today's podcast, how do we find you? We're on the podcast show, the Experience Podcast, with Denarius Lewis.
Yeah, so anyone that looking up my name, you literally can just go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Denarius Lewis, or you can just go to our business, OptimumOutreach.com. Where you can stay up tuned with us. Every month, we do a monthly business networking meetup virtually. So the next one is September 24th, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And you can find that on our website, where we bring in 30 entrepreneurs and like-minded people each month just to have them display their business, how their business impacts the community, and how we can assist them as well. So right now, we're bridging the gap for people, looking at get individuals the expertise and just the know-how, just how to stay intertwined. I mean, we can't go out to the BNI groups anymore, the meetup groups, the happy hours, but you can grab a glass of wine and jump on and sit down and just talk to us, and we can do our best to empower you to be your best.
Oh, that's awesome. I would love to attend that as well. I love attending anything networking. I've always said, and that comes from that abundance mindset. We are a networking organization, AGC. That's what we do. However, we endorse and say you need to be networking a lot of places. You can't just pick one place to network. You got to diversify that network. You need to get involved in multiple organizations, really widen that out and meet a ton of people. So I'm so glad to hear about what you're doing there, and I look forward to attending as a guest sometime. So awesome. Well, excellent. Well, Denarius, thank you so much for being an absolute amazing guest, and I've enjoyed this interview so much. So thank you for being on today.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. And for our listeners, for the people who are watching or listening right now to the AGC Experience Podcast show, I want to say thank you for tuning in. I want to say thank you for hitting the subscribe button. You're likely listening on Spotify or iTunes or any other place you can find podcasts. And I want you to hit that subscribe button so you get this new and different content. Every Monday, we drop that new podcast. And please, if you enjoyed this experience, if you enjoyed the quality of the content, and you're like, you know what, I identify with some of the things that Denarius said, please share it out with others. The way that you can impact the world is to say, hey, I heard this great podcast, and I was able to pull some value from it, and I was thinking of you, and I thought you might enjoy it also. So share it out with others. Thanks again for being here. Till next time on the AGC Experience Podcast Show.